What's up, sports bettors? I have a sharp 5-leg parlay to 20x your money. Okay, so we're going to be turning 125 into 2.5K. And what's crazy is this exact same parlay that we're going to create would only give you 1.5K in winnings on FanDuel. 125 to win 1.5K, or would you rather have 125 to win 2.5K? Which is the play we have right here. So we're going to be going through 5 player prop bets. And again, I know I have a lot of player prop bets on Underdog Fantasy, but we follow the value here at OddsJam, right? We are scanning the market. If there's value in NFL money lines, we'll be betting on NFL money lines. If there's value on, player rushing attempts in the NFL, we'll be betting on player rushing attempts. So what you'll actually notice about the OddsJam YouTube is typically our NFL player prop videos come out later in the week because sportsbooks, they don't post odds early in the week. They typically don't post player prop odds until Thursday or Friday, right? So you'll notice we're always showing you where we're finding value with our own personal money and where we're able to find edges. So the first bet I ended up going with is right here. Cade Cunningham under 1.5 made threes. So we've said this before, but when you're playing on Underdog Fantasy, the implied price, implied odds you're getting in a 5-pick entry is minus 122. And we've discussed this math, tons of times, but essentially as a sharp bettor, the way you want to think is, okay, I know I'm getting the implied odds of minus 122 on Underdog. Where am I getting enough value to justify betting at minus 122? That's how you want to think as a sharp sports bettor. Given that I have to bet 122 to win 100 in profit, how much, what picks do I want to go with? So for example, the first play we definitely want to be on for tonight is Cade Cunningham under 1.5 made threes. Right? You can see we're getting this at minus 122 implied odds on Underdog Fantasy. Pinnacle, which is the sharpest bookmaker in the world, they're pricing this at minus 160. So we're getting, 38 cents of improvement from where the sharpest sports book in the world is setting their line, minus 160. 38 cents of improvement, right? And it's not like Pinnacle's the outlier. You can see DraftKings has this minus 155, Caesars minus 157, FanDuel minus 136. So all the sports books are pretty aligned that Cade Cunningham should be a heavy underdog in terms of going over or under 1.5 threes. He should be heavily favored on the under. Sportsbooks, they imply win probabilities through their odds. So the fact that Pinnacle, they're giving you plus 119 on the over, they're giving you minus 160 on the under. The under is 57.4% to occur, as you can see with a no-vig odds calculator. These are all industry standard, formulas used by sharp sports bettors. And then you can see the no-vig line is minus 134. So we're getting value to the no-vig line. As a sharp bettor, you essentially want to look at all the sports betting odds and just say, okay, given where the entire market is, what do I believe based on all this data, all this real-time market information, what do I believe the true line should be with the vig removed? Right? And you can see the bet we want to go with a 3.66% profit margin is Cade under 1.5 made threes. Tons of value at minus 122, so I hit it. That's the first play I went with. Next, I took Justin Fields, so switching over to NFL, over 23.5 passing attempts. All the sports books have the over heavily juiced. Not much to explain, just like this Cade Cunningham play. We're using all this market information to find value. We're like a savvy investor. We're not trying to get rich quick. We're just following the numbers, following the data, and, being rational. When all the sports books are pricing something at minus 155, minus 160, and you can get it minus 122, that's a play you want to be on, right? You want to scan the sports books, look for inefficiencies, look for edges. That's how you get rich sports betting. And you'll notice, even in my bet tracker data, you can now sync sports books with OddsJam, which is pretty cool. So you can any sports books you use, you can literally link them. So what you'll notice in my bet tracker is it automatically pulls all the bets I make on, Prize Picks, Caesars, WinBet, the sportsbooks I currently use in Arizona. And it's not like every week is up. There are ups, there are downs. You know, there are days where we're down. There are sportsbooks where we're down money, down on prize picks, it looks like right now. But like over the course of the long run, we're making money, you know? So 64K in profit. So it's all about finding value, right? Find value, find value, find value. Trust the math, trust the numbers. You know, you're like a savvy investor. Form your own portfolio of sharp, data-driven, mathematically profitable bets. Like you'll notice, we don't win every single day. We have a lot of losing days on Underdog Fantasy, but we're still up a good chunk of money overall. And the thing is with, 5 pick entries where you're betting, this play, for example, that we currently have open, you're betting 125 to win 2.5K. That's 20xing your money. So you only need to win 1 out of 20, to break even. So it's not like you have to win on Underdog Fantasy every single entry you make to be profitable. This is betting 125 to win 2.5K. If we won 1 out of 20 times, we would we would break even on Underdog. If you win 1 out of 20 5-pick entries on Underdog, you break even. You only have to win 5% of the time. So we're looking for bets with an edge that we can include in our 5-pick entry that look great at minus 122 implied odds. That's how you make money on Underdog Fantasy long term. So Cade under 1.5, hit it. Justin Fields over 23.5 passing attempts, hit it. This play I love. Jeremy Grant under 4.5 rebounds for tonight. Minus 122 implied odds. This one I skipped. Then I took, so I went through 3. Pat Bev under 6.5 points. We're getting it minus 122. All the sports books have it heavily juiced, and that feels pretty good. Pinnacle Sportsbook, the sharpest bookmaker in the world, they're pricing this, at minus 152. 30 cents of improvement from Pinnacle. That seems pretty great. And then finally, we have LeBron under 7.5 assists. So you can see right here, 5 picks I locked in 125 to win 2.5K. I ride all these plays with you. All sharp, data-driven, mathematically profitable. We're not going to win every bet. We're not going to win every day. But we know we're going to win in the long run because our bets have an edge. Our bets are positive EV. And I mean, literally, on FanDuel, these picks, Grant under 4.5, Cade under 1.5, like you're literally betting 125 to win 1.5K. We're betting 125 to win 2.5K. Pretty crazy, right? Just how many discrepancies there are between sports books. Hunt for value, hunt for value, hunt for value. It's really that simple. Don't overcomplicate it. It's not about watching highlights of Cade Cunningham to determine if he's going over or under 1.5 made threes today. That's BS, right? That's putting your finger to the wind. Follow the data, follow the math, and since every bet has an edge, every bet is based in, finding positive EV wagers, you're going to make money in the long run. So hopefully this video was helpful. Let's make some money.